This is how Truman Falls' new album Silverdale draws to a close. Birdsong, you can hear the water, you can hear the trees. It is Silverdale in music form, Simon.
It's
just
that's
lovely.
actually, that is Silverdale. That's a field recording of Silverdale. We went down for a couple of afternoons, me and Lisa, and did some field recordings.
It's just gorgeous. I mean, you must be so pleased with it.
I am very proud. It's taken a bit of time, but from conception to completion, it's been and that's what it's all about for me. It's not about now it's done. I have moved on to I've written the next album.
Yeah.
But so you kind of for me, this is reminiscing. So when I hear these songs, I can remember exactly where I was. I mean, I could tell you exactly where I was when I started writing Silverdale. So that's nice in itself, because I doubt I'll hear it again. We'll play it live, but I doubt I'll ever hear it again. So once the adventure for me was writing it and recording it. Once all that's done and the master's done and the artwork's done, then it's just memories then, and it's just kind of that it's taken on its own life and it goes out into the public's ear.
You did say when you sent me a copy of the album, you said, I'm going to miss working on this muse. Is it something that's been closer to you than the other albums?
Maybe so, because it's because of the title, I think, or maybe because halfway when I kind of realised why it was called Silverdale myself, it kind of freed me up to write about, to keep that in mind as it's a very, very loose concept, but it's a concept anyway. So I kind of went for it wholeheartedly. So not to kind of things like, I went on the swings and my head fell off.
Did that used to happen to you as a kid in Silverdale?
No, there was a swing there and I could touch the trees.
I remember that swing.
Do you remember that swing? Yeah.
Just beyond the roundabout.
And they've taken it away.
No!
Yeah, it's gone. Because every time I used to go down there, it's the first thing I did, pop on the swing, touch the tree with my foot.
I was really worried that they weren't going to put the horses back, but they did.
That'd be sacrilege, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? I know we've all had such fun on that roundabout in the past. Well, I mentioned Cast of Thousands. I mean, there were strings on the end of that. Obviously, you've got the recordings of actual Silverdale as one of the actual Cast of Thousands, I suppose, on this album itself. Who else have you been working with on this one?
Well, we've been very lucky. For that track there, we had Jeff Jepson was playing banjo. We got him to put on his Kermit suit and do the intro to Rainbow Connection. So he played on that one, which is beautiful. We got Martin, of course, on drums, Paul on guitar, Dave recording, his old bass and being in production. But we've also had another couple of guys. We've got two pedal steel players this time. One guy called Joe Harvey White, who's in a band himself, but he's really good.
Some beautiful steel on it. Some really lovely playing.
He plays on two of the tracks, and he'll definitely be on the next track for more of that. He's got a beautiful feel. So that it kind of it's very interesting to send the track away to them and kind of have a chat with them and say, this is what I've been thinking, and I've put some vocal notes on the song as lifts for you to kind of, but the rest of it I want you to do two passes, one the one I've dictated to and one on your own, and it just comes back. And he got it. So the other one was Scott Poley, who plays in the band that does the covers of Fleetwood Mac. They come over here.
Oh, Rumours of Fleetwood Mac. Yeah,
he's great as well. He's different, but he's brilliant. He's more melodic, so he's on one of the tracks, and then that's major. We've
got vocals from Christy May.
Yes,
Christy
May. Yeah,
Chalice,
they did vocals. We really wanted. I asked you, never bothered coming up.
He didn't.
I did ask you. I would ask you. You know I did. You'll be on the next one.
Right, whatever.
You'll be over there. The next one's called Ronnig.
I want to be on that. From Ronnig to Greneby. I'll sing on that one for you. That'd be lovely.
So there's a cacophony of different musicians. Quite a lot of them from away.
Yeah.
It's basically I hear something, and this is the beauty of music now, is that I'll hear something and go, that pedal steel player is good, and you can just email them and go, hello, my name's Simon, I've heard your song, I think it's awesome, would you like to play? he usually gets back and goes, "I've just heard your stuff." No,
No, thanks.
who you kidding? And then I
But it's
and then I
worked
pay
out.
them, and then they do it
Yeah.
Reluctantly. They play.
I'll give
You
you
can actually hear
50p
them
for it.
frowning as they play. I'm only doing it for the
No,
cash.
it's lovely. So what are your plans with it then? Obviously you've got a gig at Noah first of all. So tell us about
Yeah,
that.
that's on the 25th of May.
May,
Yeah,
yeah.
We're getting the whole band together with the wonderful Jeff Jepson.
And you're rehearsing at the moment.
We
for that.
rehearsed on Thursday, which was interesting. It was good, but we kind of forgot ourselves because we played last year. But that's what
Is it
rehearsals are
hard
for.
to reproduce
Yes.
the sound? I would have
We haven't got a
thought so.
keyboard player, so that kind of thing. So
Oh,
poor old
yeah.
Jeff is well, Paul just fills in as Paul does. Jeff has kind of joined the band and kind of seen how much work he has to do, but he's being amazing.
Well, I suppose when it comes down to it, when you do a live performance of an album, it's always a different thing anyway, and it gives the songs a different life, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's going to sound different. That's the thing, is that we don't go in as a band to record the songs. It's usually just like me and Dave starting, and then we start piling stuff on, as opposed to the old days when everyone was in the studio at the same time, put the track down, and then did some overdubs. I don't know if I could work like that, to be honest, because I think the writing beforehand would take forever.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to sit down with everybody and go, these are the parts I was thinking about, or you'd be just like rehearsal, studio. Where this way is more me writing, then in the studio. And I'm quite lazy. I'd like to call it something else, but it's just lazy. I take my time with the songs because I know something's going to come along a little bit further down the road. So you kind of like string sections and stuff.
So you don't want to
Once
rush it in case you miss the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get into like a little vibe of it all, and then from that, something will come in on the end of it and go, right, yes, there's a string element there. It's like one of the songs, there was a guitar riff, which I actually got when I was walking in Silverdale, and that was because of the tempo I was walking at was the song, the tempo of the
brilliant.
song. So that was Sweet Mouth.
Yeah.
And that was
Which is on the playlist at the moment.
I
You
know,
will have
which
heard
is
it on
wonderful
regular
of you all, thanks,
rotation.
Radio.
Yep, it's a great tune. Well, listen, we're going to play another song now. I'm going to play From the Shadows. What can you tell us about this? Because off air, you said to me you would describe Silverdale, the title track, as your Everybody's Talking.
Yes.
So how would you describe From the
I
Shadows?
don't know.
Tricky?
Yeah, there's I suppose there's a little bit of Scott Walker in there. This is quite a dark one, actually. This is about depression.
So is it, okay, that's quite interesting, yeah.
Yeah, so that was having Silverdale as somewhere to go and think it all through. So in that respect, that's what that song, that link to Silverdale was. But that was a couple of years ago. I remember walking with Lisa in South Barrule, not at Silverdale, and talking about the song, going, I'm having issues with this. I don't know how I'm going to write this. But a couple of trips down to Silverdale after, and it was done. It's funny because you mentally go, this is the song, this is going to be about this place, that when you go there, it's like, this is the office for me to write this for. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's wonderful. You're painting some fabulous imagery here with this. It's just the way it's all linking together is wonderful. And was it quite cathartic then when you finished this one?
No, it was no. I don't think so.
You feel like you left it all in Silverdale?
I don't know. No. I'd hate to think so. I know that because of that, if I could, I'd go for another album like Silver Burn or something. I would like to have continued that because I love that idea.
Yeah.
And I think the new songs, you can see the transition from Silverdale, and that it's going somewhere else. But its heart's still there. The next album is very blue sky. I've got a title of Blue Sky, Blue Sky, Blue, because it's just very open. It's more open than this album. It's very.
So it's looking up and out.
It's very free. The next album sounds very free. I mean, this is very free in itself.
Yeah.
It's funny because I shouldn't be talking about that. I should be talking about what we're doing now. But as I said, I'm a year ahead of you. I'm a year ahead of you guys. You've got to catch up, Christy.
Well, let's enjoy this first, all right? So we're going to now hear track 6 from Silverdale. This is Truman Falls, From the Shadows.